All right, on this example, you'll notice that instead of a 4 and a 6, sorry, a 4 and a 2, we have a 6 and a 3. So when I look at this, what I'm going to do with this one is I'm still going to factor using the ACB tree. My A is 1, B is 7, C is -8. So I'm going to figure out my A times my C, so it's going to be 1 times -8, which gives me -8. And I need those numbers that will multiply to -8 but add to my B value of 7. So to multiply to get 8, I know I could do 1 and 8. I can do 2 and 4. Those are the only pairs of numbers that do that. We have a negative product, so one number must be negative, and we have a positive sum, so the smaller number must be the negative. Okay, so looking at our options here, -1 plus 8, oh, that's going to give me my 7. -2 plus 4 will not. Okay, so the -1 and the 8 are what we're going to use to rewrite this middle term. So we're going to have -1x cubed, notice the cube on the x, and then plus 8x cubed. We're going to bring down our first term and our last term, and we're going to factor by grouping. So now I will factor the first two terms together, or group the first two terms together rather, and group the second two terms. In the first group, I could divide both of these by x cubed. So we're going to have x cubed, and then what's left over is x cubed minus 1. In the other two groups, the other group, we know that we're going to end up with x cubed minus 1, so we had to divide these by 8. So now, because my x cubed minus 1s are the same, I write that down, and then my other factor will be x cubed plus 8. Okay. Now, looking at this, it would be nice if we could say we were done, but both of these are perfect cubes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor further. If I take the x cubed minus 1, if I put those numbers in the cube root calculator, variables cube just become the variable without the cube. Cube root of 1, if I put that in, I'll get 1. So I write that, and then I need to write the other factor. So I have a minus here, so I'm going to put a plus and a plus. We're going to square the x and put it here. We're going to square the 1 and put it here. 1 squared is still 1. We're going to multiply x times 1 and put it in the middle. Okay, so that's how that part will factor. Let me use a different color. I'll use green to factor the next one. So for the next one, I have x cubed plus 8. So my x cubed becomes x, and my 8, I'll put the 8 on my cube root calculator, and it will tell me 2. Okay, so that's that first part, and then I'm going to make my factors. I have a plus here, so I need a minus and a plus. You take your x and square it, put it first. Take the 2 and square it. 2 squared is 4. In the middle, multiply x times 2, which is 2x. Okay, so my final answer to this will look like this. And I know this is a lengthy factor set, but this is how it factors.